All right. Hello again, everyone. I'm here now. Oh, let's see. I hope I don't get a claim for this. Please thumbs up the program. I'm going to be playing another banger here. All right. Now, wait a minute. Uh, wait. Okay, before I start this off, I would like to say, yes, I do see that most of the internet is in the chat. Make sure you leave. Yes, please hit that like button. WOTI, did I make it on time for a Rust stream? Yes, indeed you did, WOTI. And yeah, this is also going to be another panel, but let me, I got to check something else real quick, so hang on. And also, yes, hello, Edna. All right. Linda! Okay, give me a minute. Um, okay, I'm back. Yeah, thank you, worst of the internet. All right. Let's get to the hit here. Oh boy! Oh. Oh my. Okay. Where's the internet? Russ, I drank too much last night and feel awful today. Ah. Oh, really? Where's the internet? Did you want to come up? Yeah, I'm not going to continue with the song right now. Uh, Happy New Year. Hello, Vicky. Happy New Year, Ruscular. Thank you, Vicky. Oh, I'm going to mute again real quick. Hang on. All right, I'm back. Uh, WOTI, I will put the link in the chat if you'd like to come on. Or, you know, yeah. So hang on a minute. I'm putting the link. Give me a minute here. Uh, Hang on a second. All right. Okay, now I fixed it to where we can actually see the comments now. So I'm not going to have to keep on um, putting them up all the time. All right, here's Worst of the Internet. Oh, my. Hello, Worst of the Internet.
Hey Russ, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year to you too. What did you do last night?
I dabbled in the Eskimo pussy that was mighty cold, as per usual. So what you said that you drank? What did you drink?
Yeah, I went out to a bar last night, hung out with some friends. I usually drink tequila, but I think they gave me whiskey in one of my drinks, which is fine. It's just, it's one of those things where I drink way too much the night before, go to bed at like 5 a.m. and then I wake up at like 9 a.m. just feeling like I'm dying. So that's kind of where I'm at today. I really have to cook today, but I just want to go back into a coma.
Uh-huh. Well, I haven't been doing much.
Yeah, what are your plans for this year, Russ? You said you're streaming more?
I'm gonna try to. I'm about to be 29 this year.
Oh, happy birthday.
It's not until May, but thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Anyways, like I was talking about like people like I don't know if you know about this, but I did actually as of fairly recently because you were talking about it, right? And everybody was telling me to do it. Um, I did speak to. I've talked about this already, but I will talk about it again. Um, my ex-girlfriend, right? I spoke to the detective with the LAPD who was originally put in charge of her missing persons case. And apparently, because of me doing that, I noticed that she got rid of her Tumblr.
Wait, she had a Tumblr?
Yeah. But it's like, people were telling me, you need to do this. You were the last person to talk to her. Call the LAPD. I called the fucking LAPD. Okay, and you know what happened after I called the LAPD and they transferred the case to the cold case unit? Nobody called me back. So I don't know what they did with my number, but all I did was do what everybody was telling me to do.
Russ, you haven't seen this woman in like 2 years though, right?
No, we broke up quite a while ago. She is with somebody who is I don't know if you know what an engineer is, but he works as an engineer, and they had a house. I already talked about this, but they got a house together, and it was sold. So I don't know what they're doing now. But yeah, like we're not together no more.
Yeah.
But it's like, people can't continue to hold my feet to the fire over that whole thing because I did what everybody was telling me to do. Everybody was telling me, go to the police, go to the police, go to the police. I went to the damn police and handled it, and it's over with. So that's it. So
Yeah,
nobody
I
else has
mean,
the right to say shit now.
yeah, it sounds like you did what you could do, however long ago it was, and
M
um,
Storm. M Storm, so her family doesn't know where she is either. No, I called the police so they can inform her family members of her being with me. Because I
who was
told them
asking though, Russ? Who was asking you about this?
M Storm brought it up. So her family doesn't know where she is either. No, I'm saying I told the police, I gave the police her address, okay? So that they can go and inform her family members about her coming to visit me. So that's it.
No, I know M Storm said something, and by the way, hi M Storm, Happy New Year. I know she said something, but did somebody say something to you like before that? Or
No,
after? Oh,
no,
okay.
no. I'm only responding to what M Storm said. That's it.
Okay, fair enough. Um, so Russ, I have a question. What do you watch that's like not girl world shit? What do you watch outside of this? Russ, you're muted.
Oh yeah, no. I was checking something else. What do I watch? It's not Girl World related.
Yeah.
Um, I mainly just listen to music all the time. That's it.
That's the
But
only
it's
other thing
like,
you watch on YouTube is music.
another thing that was grinding my gears about that was people were like, why don't you just show pictures of you with her? I did. And you know what happened after I did that? Well, is it AI generated? No, the fuck it's not. None of them are AI generated at all.
Yeah,
Period.
I don't think that you're ever going to give an answer that satisfies anybody, if I'm going to be honest, Russ. People have kind of made their decision that way,
No,
and
and
people around here are very stubborn.
it's like I told people already because the LAPD, right, their cold case unit, right, which was established in 2001, you can't just, they don't have one phone number for it. You have to go through what's known as their robbery homicide division in order to speak with any other detectives that are assigned to any other cold cases. And the reason why her shit was never updated for as long as it wasn't updated for is because they focused too much on other missing persons cases. So that's it.
Yeah, I did that one stream about Potato and how everybody kept thinking she was a farmer because she had the same name as somebody
And you
else
want
that
to
was a
know,
farmer.
something else, because
Uh-huh.
this was after I got off the phone with the detective, everybody was going nuts, and I saw all sorts of random search results on Google popping up everywhere. Um, one of them being because this was a random update that was, I guess, edited into the search results for the case. Uh, Something regarding Yucca Valley. I don't know nothing about Yucca Valley. Okay. I don't know when she ever lived over there. I only know of her living in San Jacinto. Okay. I had a San Jacinto address for her, which is what I gave to the police. There you go. And then after I gave the address to the detective was like, San Jacinto. Okay, noted. And what is your phone number?
Well, they didn't have caller ID.
No, I mean, there's the detectives. They're supposed to, like, whoever gives the detective a phone number, they're supposed to write the number down. I don't know if Dearest Detective Rodriguez wrote my number down. I mean, but it's like I had to recently change my number anyway, so now they can't even, like, even if they do try to call that number, they're not going to get anywhere.
But you know Potato, right?
Yes, I know Potato.
Okay, well, like everybody was calling her a farmer and shit, and I did a whole stream debunking it, and people still think she's a farmer. So I just feel like a lot of people around here don't really care about actual evidence. They just want to say what they want to say.
But it's like, you know what?
I'm sorry, they
Nobody
want to
has the right,
lie.
like I
That's what I
said,
should
nobody
say.
has the right. And it's like people could call them all. I already told people, call them, call the robbery homicide division or whoever, where the detective is, because see, after they transfer a case to the cold case unit, they switch detectives for it. Go call them and see who the new detective is.
Right.
I could give a fuck less about who the new detective that's working on her case is, if there is one, because I already did my job by calling them and giving them all her information. So that's it. My job is done.
Yep, it sure sounds like it. So, yeah.
But anyway, aside from all that, yeah.
Yeah, I just wouldn't worry about it, Russ. Nobody
No, but I told
nobody cares about, evidence around here. So it doesn't I just wouldn't even bother explaining it to people after all this time.
no, trust me, people care. I had so many people up my ass about that whole thing for a very long time. So people care, right? And now I'm pretty sure if they have not already.
Yeah, did you hear Belinda was on Steve Wilkos?
No, but I'm pretty sure that if they have not yet already, right, received any phone calls about me, okay, because of my call in the LAPD and the detective interviewing me, the LAPD is most likely going to be bombarded with phone calls about me and my involvement with that, which that's all right. It was on the news, so I don't care. Yes,
So do
let's
you
let's
think
call the Los Angeles Police Department and ask about Russ's interview with them. Go right ahead. You can't FOIA request them. I originally thought that you could FOIA request them, but the FOIA request doesn't apply to them for some reason, because it's not. Apparently, that isn't how California law is. But when it comes to California law, right, you have to give them the address, okay, of the person that you're calling about before they'll do anything else with the case, which is what I did. And I don't have to do shit now. So that's it. You want to know why? Okay, I did that because I called them before. Okay, I called them before, and there was another um detective that I spoke with, also a woman, who asked very boldly, basically shouting at me on the phone, "Do you have the address?" That's what they do. They ask for the address. So there you go. That's what you have to do if you want them to do anything else with the case.
right. So, what do you think about this Belinda thing with her? Do you think that was actually her on the Steve Wilkos show?
Sorry, I had to mute again for a minute. What were you saying?
I said, do you think that was actually her on the Steve Wilkos show?
Let me tell you something. Me and Belinda, right? Okay, have rarely at all ever talked to Belinda. I did get into some controversy for um, very questionable thing that I said about her quite a while ago, which I had to apologize for. But aside from that, it's like it's not like me and her talked at all. So I mean, if she was on the Steve Wilkos show, I certainly don't know about it. I wasn't made aware of it. It's like to be honest, I'm not trying to be mean or rude here, but I couldn't care less because I don't watch that show. I've watched that show a few times. That's it. I mainly only before he retired, like a lot of other people, fucked with Maury Povich. The Maury show was where it was at, and I don't care who says otherwise. You are not the father.
Yeah, I always liked Ricky Lake.
Oh, Ricky Lake, yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a whole conspiracy theory that she was on the Steve Wilkos show and like wearing a wig and shit. It was pretty crazy.
Uh-huh. But it's like, now everybody's like, right, for what reason when there absolutely is no reason for it? Illusionist rebel belongs in jail. I'm
Who
not
said
going to
that?
jail ever. Stupid people. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. Even the police where I live have already admitted there's no
When did
reason
they
for us to
say
do an
that, Russ?
investigation.
When did they say that?
My mother got an email stating, oh, many people, longtime viewers to abandon Russ, and now a lot of people to view him as dangerous. So now we're going to call the police and waste their time over this internet stuff because we don't have anything better to do. Call them all you want to.
Russ,
Call them.
when did your mom get an email? Like you're saying a lot of things. I'm just trying to get like what actually happened.
A few months ago, but it's like she still wants to tell the police about it regardless. And the police here already admitted, they don't want what I'm doing to result in me going to prison. They don't want that. They themselves said that. They don't want to arrest me.
What do you mean what you're doing?
They don't want what is going, my online behavior, right?
Yeah, you streaming. Okay.
Yes, me streaming to result in me, they don't want my channel, right?
Right.
To get to a point to, they don't want what I'm doing on my channel and on social media and elsewhere to lead to me actually being incarcerated.
Well, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. I think that some people are a little bit overreactive around here and they get upset when you talk about your prior relationship. I think that's where it kind of stems from.
Well, I don't care because you know what? She, okay, was the best sex I ever had in my damn life.
That's amazing, Russ. But I mean, like I said, I just don't think it's really anybody's business what you put on your channel if you're not harming anybody.
Well, this is my channel and I'll do whatever I damn well please. I've been going at this. Let me tell you all now, I am an OG. I have been at this since 2017. But I have obviously been on Twitter a lot longer because I created my Twitter account in 2013. But yes, it's not like I'm, the new kid on the block. No, I've been around for years. Years.
Yeah, you've been here longer than anybody else I've known, except maybe Bali.
M Storm. Have you been suspected of something before? Yeah, M Storm. See, this is another thing that popped up after I talked to the detective. People looking for death records, right? Death records, obituary records in regards to my ex, because I told the LAPD that she came here. There are there's absolutely no obituary record for her here. There's no death. I searched it myself, okay, just to shut people up already. There's absolutely no death records. There's no death certificates for any obituaries where I live. They searched it, case update, county, the county that I live in, and obituary after I got off the phone with the detective. So it's like, yeah, I have been suspected of M Storm kidnapping. I've been suspected of murder now, with no proof to back up either of those. So, and I told people, if you're gonna be accusing me of crimes, why don't you go ahead and actually post some proof instead of just having a field day just because I talked to the police. Me talking to the police does not automatically mean, okay, that I have committed a crime. Anybody could call the police to talk to them. That's what the police are for, okay? The police, in a lot of ways, unfortunately, and they're not given enough credit for this, do have their time wasted, okay? Unfortunately, they do over this type of nonsense. And it's ridiculous and it's wrong because, they put their lives on the line to help people. And if you're just going to be calling them and talking a bunch of nonsense, that's neither here nor there. But if you call and you actually have a legitimate concern, which is what I had, which was the main reason why I even bothered getting on the phone with the detective in the first place, okay? And I didn't even think anybody would answer the phone to begin with. I'm surprised that a detective even did answer the phone. But that's the main reason why I called the detective, because I cared that much, despite what people want to assume, despite me, people stating, oh, he views her as nothing more than a sex object. No, okay. I legitimately cared enough to get that detective on the damn phone and get all that handled. If I just saw her as nothing more than a sex object, I wouldn't have bothered calling the damn detective. And that's it.
Right. Well, anyway, Russ, I got to get to cooking.
All right, WOTI. Thank
Thank
you for
you
coming
for
on.
having me on. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. Have a good one.
Take care. Oh, M Storm. You won't go to jail? No, I won't, because there's no reason for me to be in jail. But like I said already, if you're going to accuse me of crimes, you need to have hard evidence, not just word of mouth. There needs to be an actual body that is found, because a lot of people were, stating that Russ probably has a body count. Why don't you do me a favor and go look around in my backyard, the back of my house, to see if there are any bodies. There aren't any. There aren't any. So like I said, falsely accused of kidnapping, falsely accused of murder, all because I called the police. All because I called the police. All because I did what everybody was telling me to do from the start. Call the police, Russ. Call the police, Russ. Call the police, Russ. Talk to the LAPD, Russ. I did it. End of discussion. So anyway, I'm calling the cops, Rusticles. For what, David? David, you better stop it, or I'm going to kick you off the bodega bus. All right, I'm going to mute again real quick. Hang on. All right, I'm back. So anyway, something else I saw that was interesting. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but Chantal, right? Foodie Beauty has been okay. And I did do a video talking about this earlier. Chantal has been quite frequently on Twitch, right? Beezing over on Twitch. I listened to some of the stream that she did recently. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But anyway, yeah, what is going on? I haven't been watching. I don't know. The Natter thing you said. Oh yeah, Natter. Yeah, I don't know what Natter's been up to recently. I'd actually like to. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't even remember what the heck his channel even was, to be honest with all of you. I did do a video talking about him getting terminated. I will say that. But other than that, I don't know what the heck his channel is now. But yeah, there you go. So why didn't you, Russ? Why didn't you call the LAPD and tell them what you knew? Tell them that you were the last person to talk to her. I did what the fuck you all were telling me to do. So move on. That's it. And I will call him all I want to call him. If I want to call him again, I will gladly call him again. I don't mind. I don't mind. I already said I have nothing but nice things to say about the detective I talked to. If I am able to get, if I do need to call them for anything else, now or in the future, I have no problem calling them again. I don't. As Bridget once said, call them! Non-emergency line. They will tell you. Ain't nobody from Florida now. Coming all the way out to California. Dude who doesn't have a car, doesn't have transportation, lives with his mother. A lot of people live with their parents, Bridget. Now, here's another thing that I'd like to say about Bridget, right? Bridget pretty much went on a tangent about her father passing away, and may he rest in peace. The only thing that I know, okay, about her dad is, right, because she mentioned this. I showed my dad a clip of Ross, and his response was, that boy got issues. So, yeah. May he rest in peace. I'm not about to sit here and say anything negative about something like that, because anybody that loses a family member is a very, very harsh thing to go through. I'm speaking from experience because both my grandparents are dead. Okay. So anybody else that's lost a family member or any sort of loved one, I'm not about to sit here and say, oh, I'm happy. Unless the person did horrible stuff when they were alive, which I know of a certain witch, okay, that passed away, that did nothing but vile shit while she was here. So I've already stated, I'm not about to sit here and feel empathy, pity, or sympathy for her. She can rot in hell. And I'm not the only person that feels that way. So there you go. M Storm. I'm 60. Everyone is dead. Yeah, people unfortunately, people die all the time. That's just a sad fact of life. But I am going to mute again because there is one other thing I'd like to check real quick. David. David, yeah. Bridget mentioned that her father did pass away and that she would be doing something to honor his legacy. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to mute again. All right, I'm back. Yes. Anybody that's new here, as I stated already, please don't forget to like the stream, and also please subscribe. Yes, sub to Russ. Sub to Russ. Yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace to that man. You're welcome, Bridget. And may there be nothing more, but may there be nothing but smooth sailing for you from now on. You're talking to somebody who, oh God, he has the mind of a little boy. Can't say that now, can you? Let's inquire. Let's inquire about Russ's LAPD interview. I made a notes thing for it. Okay, for me talking to the detective. I typed all of it out, what the detective and I were talking about over the phone. Over the phone. Did she actually go there? The detective, me. What I responded to, my response was, yes, she did. Now, it was 2021 when she was here. Because that's when she was fucking here. Okay, I gave the detective the year. There you go. Because another thing that everybody was like was, when did she go there? Many years ago is when she was here, when she graced me with her presence, okay? And allowed me to take her virginity. She wanted me to be her first. Oh, I was touched. Well, Russ, I hope you used protection. We sure did. We sure did, even though she told me she got tested. Woohoo! In the words of the great George Carlin, I just called to say I tested positive. David, did you get in trouble again playing in traffic again, Rusticles? What did I tell you, David? Unfortunately for you, no, I did not. I didn't get another citation. Didn't at all. You want to know why Russ isn't going to jail? Is because I know enough, okay, to not be stupid and, not give a law enforcement officer, an officer of the law, my ID, okay? Because you know what happens, okay? Florida is a stop and ID state. If the police stop you, you have to give them identification. If you don't do that, guess what? You're going to jail. That's how it works. What happened with that ticket? M-Storm, I told Hussey already I paid it. I already paid it off. I paid it already. And you know what I did with it after I paid it? I burnt it. It got the end of my lighter. That's what I did with it. But anyway, yeah. Aside from that, what else is everybody doing for New Year's? I would like to know. And I'm going to mute again. Hang on. All right. So, yeah, I don't have much more to say. I really don't. Because Russ is very neurodivergent. He has a lot of issues. Just don't talk about him. Mm. Mm. Anyway. He ain't getting no women then, and he ain't getting no women now. Mm. Yes, coming from somebody who was relentlessly pursuing a man who didn't want anything to do with her, took said man to court, got an emergency protective order on another man for putting up a website about her. Yeah, sure, Bridget, sure. And then this is another thing that I'd like to state. Yeah, a while ago, before she quit, okay, before she quit to do real estate, I don't know if any of you know this, but I managed to grab the attention of the wonderful the wonderful Latin sensation herself, hailing from Cuba, um, Abella Anderson. So I don't want to hear Russ can't get no women. No, if I was able to get the attention of somebody like that, nobody has the right to say otherwise. You want to know another thing that happened after she followed me back? Um, Me and her did end up flirting in the DMs, even though she's a lot older than I am. Okay. She was in, I believe, her early 30s around this time. If I remember right. This was years ago. But I think she was like 35, 36 around this time. Let me tell you, she blew my mind so badly, I'm never going to forget it. She's always going to be, okay. She's always going to be one of the goats. One of the goats. One of the best to ever do it when it comes to, the world of pornography. And that's it. But anyway, yes, 45 minutes in. Here's another thing I'd like to talk about, right? The situation with Potato, okay? I'd like to say this because, yeah, worse, the internet was talking about it. Now, I think that people should honestly leave Potato the hell alone at this point because if Potato wants to support me or any other creators financially, that's her business. Whoever somebody decides to give money to is on them. Oh, but just because Russ is such a disgusting, sex deprived, incel pig, it's a problem. I have to figure out, I mean, Hussey has brought this up. But I mean, at the end of the day, we all have to figure out how to pay our bills one way or the other. And I've already stated, why I'm not able to find employment. Nobody wants to hire me because I have no work experience. So it's like this is pretty much the only option that I have in terms of earning a living. No offense. So that's it. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to make this short, but I'm feeling like I'm going to have to, unless anybody else wants to come in the chat. Oh. What's Russ going to do if something ends up happening to Mother Rustifer? Nothing. You know why? Because nothing ain't going to happen to her for a very long time, and I'm going to make sure of that. And yes, David, I don't know if you saw David, right? I know that you use Twitter, but I don't know if you've been keeping up. I did do a Happy New Year post earlier. Hood pussy is good pussy. And she made her way out there to you and Mama Russ. Well, then you had a legal obligation to call and let her family know where she was. She rode me like a rodeo. That's where she was, and that's what she was doing. So, yeah. And you know what? She don't even live in California no more anyway. She lives out here. She moved out here to be with her new boyfriend after me and her split up. So that's it. She lives in a completely different county than me. Okay? You all want the tea? There's the tea. Now, I'm not going to state explicitly what that county is due to privacy reasons. And look, okay, I understand that me doing what I did is probably going to cause a lot of targeted harassment to continue to come her way. I don't condone people going out of their way to harass her, okay? What happened between me and her is nothing more than a past romance, okay? And I don't condone people harassing her. I will say this. Oh, but you stalked her for 5 years. Doesn't mean I condone her getting harassed. Look, regardless of what the fuck I did, okay, I don't condone other people being harassed. Leave her the fuck alone. Let her and Alfredo be together all they want to be together. They even still are together. I don't know. I could care less. I did my due diligence already, as I stated. So that's it. That's it. We're done. Now that we're done, I'm so sorry. I know I hurt you. I know I hurt you. Oh, yes. The good old days of Metro Station. But anyway, does anybody else have any other topics they'd like me to talk about? Or would anybody else like to come on panel? I'll put the link again, I guess, if anybody else wants to come on, but make sure that, I actually know who the fuck you are because I don't want to end up getting, you know, what's been happening to AJ recently, right? No offense to AJ. I don't want no random, lunatics, okay, coming up here and fucking around with the stream. Because that's what happened last time. And every single time that happens, I have to restart, which is annoying. So, I'm going to mute again real quick, though. All right, I'm back. Have you been watching AJ? Fill us in if you have. Um, M Storm, I have. I have been watching AJ, but I haven't been watching AJ as much as people think that I have been watching AJ. Now I will say this: I don't know anything at all about, and I'm not going to speak any ill will of this person. I did go up on panel with AJ and with that Nessie lady. She seems very nice, so I have nothing bad to say about her. But yeah, no one needs to be giving Ross the time of day. You don't want to watch me, there's other channels. That's all I can tell you. But if you come over here, you're going to have to deal with me whether you want to or not. And that's it. Oh, no, don't just wants her deal right. Just what's her deal right now? Um, M Storm, she has been, as of fairly recently, to my knowledge, she got into a real big feud with Hussey. Because I guess I think Hussey said that she was doing something along the lines of defamation. But Hussey has said that Hikari has been doing the same thing, right? Slandering and defaming. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I don't know much because, no offense to AJ, I haven't been paying attention. But if anybody else would like to come on, you're more than welcome. I will put the link. All right, there's the link. See who else we get. May the new year be filled with, more shenanigans and antics. Because Russ has now gone out here and just interfered in a police investigation. If I want to annoy the police, I'll annoy the police. And that's it. I will gladly go and bug the cops all I want to. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because, like I said, that's what the police are for. The police are there to put up with people's bullshit. That's why police officers become police officers in the first place. That's what they're trained to do. They're trained to listen to whatever grievances anybody has. So, if I want to bother the police, I'll bother the police. End of discussion. Stop calling the police, you idiot. Zatoichi444, listen, look. Yes, Jeff. Happy New Year, Jeff. Anyway, yeah, I don't think anybody else is going to come up. But if anybody would like to help Russ celebrate the new year, you're more than welcome to hit up my Cash App or PayPal for more of that vape money so I don't have to keep picking them up off the ground. But it's on you. Obviously, I can't force anybody to donate. I'm going to mute again, though. All right, I'm back. Just get a new hobby and go out and start living real life, baby. Get off the internet and stay off it. You first, Bridget. How about that? You leave, and then I will. I absolutely will be more than happy to go. Okay. Oh, me living in another state don't matter. Okay. Me not living in California is not going to prevent me from making a damn phone call, which is what a lot of you didn't seem to never seemed to understood. Okay. Anybody can call the LAPD. You don't have to live in California to call them. So there you go. But when you do, get them on the line. You better be prepared. You better come correct. You better come correct with whatever information that the detectives ask. And I'd also like to state that detective, right, after everything was said and done, it's not like I was the one that ended the call. No, the detective hung up on me, which I couldn't care less about. I bet you the detective, while we were talking, and it didn't seem like this, but in her mind, she was probably like, God, please hurry up and let this conversation get over with. Oh, I can't stand listening to him. All right, so anyway, I guess that's it. I'm going to end it. Um, Jeff, if you'd like to be my pay pig again, you're more than welcome. I'm joking, but yeah. I hope you all have a good New Year, and yeah, I'm probably not going to be live again for. I may stream. I may not stream again. I'm going to take a very long break this time because Russ has been overdoing it every day. Every day he's on here driving people nuts. I want to make content every day. I'll make content every damn day. Because the guy has no life. He is an irrelevant nobody. Oh well. At least this irrelevant nobody is still alive. Unlike the person in question that said that about me. Oops! Alright, have another great rest of your day, folks. Yeah, if you're gonna dabble in the hood pussy, make sure that you use a condom. That's my advice to you. Don't make the same mistake that I did. All right, anyway. Take care, everybody.